Yeah, you've got comms. Don't worry about that, Honesy. I'm just doing something. Hang on. All right. Let's get this thing started, shall we? Give me a second. Hopefully this works. All right, so I think we're good to go. So everyone, welcome. This is the second ever FRL versus NRL versus SFR second race. Hang on a sec, I've got to do this. All right, so hang on. All right, yeah, so this is the second time, so it's something a little bit different than the typical Sunday night FRL race. This is the second league versus league versus league. So this is league versus league versus league. So we're it's round 2. So give me a second. I'll get all this sorted out. Invitation 8 minutes ago. All right, cool. Just getting this all set up here. Give me a minute. So I think we're going into into the session. We are. Cool. All right. So got all that out of the way. So yeah, my name's Nick. I'm going to be your commentator tonight. So like I was saying, league versus league versus league. It's NRL, SFR, and PAFR, which stands for Pro-Am Formula Racing League, I believe. So that's the race sort of format tonight. As far as where we are racing, so the last one was in Australia. So obviously being an English based leagues versus Australian leagues, we decided to do the first race in Australia, and the second one is going to be at Silverstone, so which is what we've got on the screen at the moment. So we're going to be doing 26 laps tonight. It's 18 turns. It's one of the most historical tracks on the calendar, probably the most historical. Claims this is where motor racing all begun a very, very long time ago. So that's the circuit. We're looking at pit lane time of about 38.01 seconds. So it is a relatively long pit lane time that you spend in there. So that'll be interesting as far as strategy goes tonight. As far as times, I've been sort of kind of looking at some of the chat, and I think sort of low 24s possibly is what we could see tonight. We've got some pretty fast guys that are going to be driving. So obviously the best of the best. So 6 from NRL, 6 from SFR, and 6 from FRL as well. So then we've got 2 wild cards as well. So that will be interesting to see who the wild cards are. As far as what happened last time, though, let's have a quick look. So this was the first result back a little while ago now. So it was that man Baraka who took home the victory. So that was P1. Dommy Lee from NRL, he took home P2. Exotic, he sort of races all over the place. So I think he was either might have been representing NRL, I think. P3, so I do apologise for the poor sort of quality of the graphics. Didn't have time to change them. What else do we have? Honesy was P4, the Dutchman from NRL. Kachow as well. He was P5. Then we had Ginsanity. I haven't seen that name for a very long time, so I don't think he's going to be racing tonight. Toss the Caber, so the league owner of NRL, he came in 7th. Then there was AA Gaming, which is Aaron. He's the league owner of FRL, so he came in 8th. 9th position was Mr. Consistency, the man that's always in the points, Tiny Darspike. I don't think he's going to be commentating tonight. It's very early in the morning over there in Indiana where he is. Rounding out the top 10 was my main man, Van Rocco, in the Renault. So we'll see. He's racing this evening. So we'll see what he can do. Delta Lima, who's been in spectacular form this season in NRL and SFR. So we'll see. We'll see how he goes with that Cool Runnings helmet of his. This dude, I don't ever think I saw him after this race. Q1 on Q or whatever his name was. He finished P12. So he's not, I don't think he's racing. Banana Hammock, that's a name. Oh, he might be racing. I don't know. We'll see. Mark of Kenya. I've missed commentating on Mark of Kenya. So he's always good value. I think he's been having a pretty decent season so far. I have to say, he's my favourite man to watch. Henry Rogers. When you're talking about committed overtakers, Henry Rogers is the man. So looking forward to see how he goes tonight. Stuart Little, I don't think he's racing. I miss commentating Stuart Little as well. So we'll see how he goes tonight. Sandeezy, this is a man. He finished P17 last time. I would watch out for this guy. Extremely fast. Been commentating on another league that he's in. He's been doing commentating as well, and he does a pretty good job of it as well. So if you get a chance, he's always on Twitch as well. Wheezy Weston came in 18th. I don't believe he is racing tonight, so he was a DNF last time. Monkey Mafia, it's a name I haven't seen for a while either. So he was a DNF. And then Stein, the Dutchman from NRL, he was a DNF last time as well. All right, so that was the results. Let's have a look at this is how the race points sit. So pretty much we've only had one race. So the drivers that are listed in the top 10 there are pretty much the top 10 place getters. Obviously, let's have a look at constructors though. So that's a little bit different. We have, for the constructors, it's Mercedes out on top on 41 points. In second, it's McLaren on 18. Ferrari's in third on 12. Turn that off in the background. Yeah, cool. So Ferrari third. Then it comes the Red Bulls. So in what points? 10th. 10 points. 10 points they've got. Fifth is the Alfa Romeo. Sixth is the William drivers. Renault in 7th. 8th is Racing Point. 9th is the AlphaTauri. And 10th is the Haas. So just like the real life. Where's the shout out for your fellow commentator? Don't talk to me, Vit. He decided to race over commentating tonight. So I told him don't quit. The last time I told him don't quit, he quit. So he can't disappoint me any more than what he disappointed me last time. So I guess the only way's up for Wit tonight. So hopefully he can go all right. I did some laps with him the other night. He seems in pretty good form as well. But good luck, Vit. All the best, mate. Hope you go well tonight. All right. So yeah, let's get to it. Yeah. So we're just that's pretty much everything at this stage. Yeah, I didn't get the co-commentator message, so I'm just going to fly solo tonight, Aaron. So that's just the way it's going to be. All right, buddy. All right, so that's our lobby at the moment. We're just waiting for one more. I think we've got a couple of spectators in there, myself included. So we'll see how this one goes. Just waiting for one more. Let's actually have a look at the drivers, because that would be good to sort of see who's who. So Dommy Lee and Stein, they're going to be from NRL. So it looks like we're waiting for someone from the Alfa Romeo team. Ferrari is Van Rocco and Delta Lima, so the two very good friends. I think they're going to be representing SFR tonight, Switchback Formula Racing League. Sandeezy and Aaron both going to be representing NRL as well, and They're going to be in the Red Bulls. Exotic and Rogers. So they're going to be representing Nemesis Racing League as well. In the Renaults, it's Adam and Ross Thorne. So I believe these drivers are from FRL. It looks like you've got the Australian flag there. You'd have to take a good stab at that. Hervina and Baraka are both representing FRL as well. So two very fast drivers from Division 1 there. Honesy and Toss the Caber. So Toss the Caber obviously being the league owner for NRL. So they're going to be representing NRL. Then it's the man with one of the hardest usernames to pronounce. Tell you what's harder than pronouncing it is spelling it, and I do that about 20 times every week because he wins every week. So I have to contact here. I have to spell his name all the time. Then in the Huss, it's Red Dog and Big Boy, so they're from SFR as well. And then representing FRL, it's Viet, my fellow commentator, and Kachow as well. Alright, so let's just see what's going on here. Oh, man, I've not been told about this whole doing a co-commentator thing all day, so I don't have time to set it up now. So we're just gonna have to let's just go with it. Man. Hang on. All right, some technical difficulties. I'm having trouble getting into a party with Vengeance there. It seems that I can hear him, but he can't hear me at the moment. So I'm just going to have to do this one solo. So sorry about that. All right, cool. Alright, so let's get this thing underway. Wow, alright, cool. So here we got Ross Thorne. He's a Div 2 driver from NRL. See, we got Cornet out there at the moment. got his teammate tonight, which is Nice. So we'll see how those two go tonight. That's a pretty strong pairing. Hopefully this is all coming through loud and clear. If it isn't, let me know. But yeah, alright, cool. So, let's have a look at Cornet as he's coming through Maggots and Beckett's. Nice and smooth there. He's got his teammate Nice in front of him, giving him a nice little toe. Down the hanger straight. He heads into the right-hander of Stowe. Some good teamwork from those two boys there. Looks like he will set the second time lap. It's going to be one of the Ferraris, either Van Rocco or Delta Lima. It's Van Rocco, sets a 1:25.4. It's a good time from him, and that's immediately bettered by Corday as he goes a 24.3. Looks like there's a Williams out there as well. Is this my man Viet? No, it isn't. This is Viet, but the other Williams was... Oh, as he goes around! So he's gone around there heading into the Vale chicane, so it's no good for Viet. We'll get back to him in a minute. I think this might be Hervina, so he's on his first time lap. We've had a few others come through already. Looks like one of the Mercedes coming around. This is Dommy Lee. His teammate's about to set a time. Stein goes a 1:24.8. Dommy Lee goes a 1:24.6, so good enough for P4. One of the NRL drivers. What about, I think this is Red Dog. He goes a 1:26.3 from SFR, so not a bad time from him. Adam goes a 1:25.7. He's from NRL. Who else do we have out there? We've got an AlphaTauri out there. I think that's Hervina. His teammate's actually going into the pits. So one of the Ferraris. I think this is Van Rocco. He's invalidated his lap, so he won't set a time on this one. What about Nice? So you got a nice toe from Cornet on this lap, just returning the favour for him from the previous lap. What can he do? He's probably got his Rugby Dan engineer with him tonight. He goes P2, just behind his teammate, the 1:24.4. So a nice start there from the German. Red Dog, he's invalidated as well. So we've got 11 drivers that have set a lap so far. Aaron, this is AA Gaming. Aaron, so from NRL, the league owner there, he's going to pit on those soft tyres. Henry Rogers is coming out of the pits now. I think Exotic coming around, he's going to come into the pits as well. So we've got 12 minutes left in this one. And just waiting for a few more times to start to filter through. Try and keep up with it best I can. I think Van Rocco is out there. Looks like he's invalidated his lap again. So he's not going to set one. He's on the medium tyre, so the only driver out there on the medium tyre right now. We have an Alfa Romeo. I think that's from Nice, just on his cool down lap right now. The truck is a little bit quiet. Henry Rogers, representing NRL there tonight. He's yet to set a lap. Just coming through Cop's corner now. He's invalidated his lap, so yet to set a time. And he will have to go another lap on those tyres to set one around. Honesy just coming out of the pits as well. His teammate tonight's Toss the Caber, so the NRL league owner. Red Dog, he is on a time lap right now, so he's just coming through Cops. Heading from Maggots and Beckett's, so let's see what he can make of it here. Alright, so he heads down the hanger straight. Has that DRS wide open, down into 6th. For Stowe. Uses all the curb on the exit there. Brakes just after the 100-metre mark. Looking pretty tidy here. He's had a decent season this season in the current season at SFR. I think normally races in the Racing Point. He goes a 1:25.8, so good enough for P12. Who else do we have out there? Baraka's yet to set a lap. Henry Rogers, so he's wound it back up again, and he's setting off as he comes through Luffield. So he's going to look to set a time. We've got 10 minutes remaining in the session, so it's obviously the short qualifying this week. I think NRL have been doing it a little bit differently. They had a 25% race to set an 18-minute qualifying, then a 25% race to set the grid, and then a half-distance race. Alright, so we've got Vengeance on the screen. I can't hear anything, mate. I've been trying, but I can't hear anything. Alright, so Henry Rogers just coming through the chicane now, through Vale. Oh, he's turned it right around there, so he's lost the back end. Coming out of Vale chicane, going through Club, so he's not having a great time of it at the moment. Henry Rogers yet to set a time. This man as well, Viet, he's not set a time either, so he's just struggling to put a lap together right now. Looks like one of the Red Bulls, that's his Aaron, and Sandeezy's out there at the moment. So the drivers that have set a time, the top 10 right now is Cornet, Funf Kulganice, Kachow, they're all in the 24s. So is Domi Lee, Stein, Hervina. They're all, the top 7 are all 25s, covered by 0.6 of a second. Exotic, Delta Lima, Big Boy, and Adam rounds out the top 11. Baraka goes a P2 with a 1:24.3. So nice time from Baraka there. Alright, so this is Van Rocco just coming down into Brooklands right now. This is way through there, so he's yet to set a time, as well as Aaron and Viet as well. So those 3 drivers all yet to set a time. We'll see what Van Rocco can do. So he's making his way through Maggots and Beckett's. That's his teammate Delta Lima in front of him, so he's going to give him a tow. So we've seen a little bit of this so far tonight from the NRL and SFR boys. Nice and smooth through there, down to 5th, heading into the Vale chicane. What can he do? He's had an interesting season so far in SFR. He's gone to a wheel. He's in the Mercedes. So he hasn't invalidated his lap yet. Just lost him for a minute there. Not too sure what happened to that one. So we'll get back to him anyway. We've got Stein is out there as well. So he's on an in lap. We've got just over 6 minutes left. So 2/3 of the way through the session. Just waiting on Henry Rogers, Ross Thorne and AA Gaming to set a time. They're all drivers that are yet to set a time. This man here, Viet, at 25.5, finds himself down in P14. So he'll be looking to get a bit of a move on. He's obviously on looks like he's on possibly a time lap. No, not judging from that time. So he's coming into the pits. What else do we have out there? Adam. On a fast lap? No, he's not. He's about to come into the pits as well. So a few guys just getting into that reset mode, ready to go again in the last just over 5 minutes left in the session. But at the moment, it's Funf Kulganice with a 1:24.1, leading it from Sandeezy from NRL with a 1:24.3, Domi Lee with a 1:24.342. Cornet with a 1:24.348, a 3.82 to Baraka. So it's extremely close up the top, which is putting us in a ripping position to have a good race tonight. So all the morning or afternoon, wherever you are. Got a bit going on in the chat as well. Good to have everyone on board there as well. 50 Shades of K is someone who has won in 2 of the 3 leagues shown. I think I should be sworn in as an all-star. I don't know who that is. I don't know who the username on that one is. But interesting comments in the YouTube channel tonight. Hope you're all enjoying watching on the CCR network. Throw us a like and a subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything. As we see Red Dog, it's just cost him his lap time. He's invalidated, so no good for him. What about AA Gaming? He's still on an outlap. I thought we had a racing point out there. We do. So this is Honesy. So he's representing NRL, 4-time champion amongst NRL and across SFR as well. So one of the fast guys to watch out for in the race. He's currently P7, so 124.5. Who else do we have there? Baraka's on an outlap, Cornet as well. So some extremely fast drivers in that top 10 right now, which should give us some excellent racing. So we might just ride on board with Honesy. I don't have anyone else really on a hot lap right now. Aaron is as well, so we'll try and flick between him and Aaron, who's set to set a times. We have just over 3.5 minutes left in the session. So what can this man do? He's currently P7, getting a nice little toe there. I think that might be either Exotic or or Henry Rogers. Not too sure which one. But he's making his way through Luffield. Right-hander of Woodcote past the old grandstand. Oh, he runs a little bit wide there through Cops. And he's invalidated his lap, so Holmes is not going to improve on that. What about Aaron? How's he going? He's yet to set a time. Makes his way through the Vale chicane. He goes a 125.5, so that's good enough for P16. So everyone's set a time now. Now it's just how far they can improve. This man, he set a 125.8. Down in P19, he'll want to try and improve that time as we have just over 2.5 minutes left in this session. Cornet is on a fast lap right now. No, he isn't. He's invalidated that one. He's down in P4 right now. So we'll wait for him to see how he goes. Baraka goes top of the times. So 123.7. The first driver into the 23s and by a fair way as well. It's 4/10 to the closest driver behind him, which is Funfkuganice in P2 in the Alfa Romeo. This is Aaron. I think he's just on an in-lap right now. Quite a few drivers on outlaps at this point. There's less than 2 minutes left. So just setting themselves up for their final runs. This man's on a time lap. Van Rocco. As I said before, he's P19. His teammate's doing a good job tonight. Delta Lima is having a cracking season in SFR. He's up in P13. So can Van Rocco inch his car forward and see if he can get a little bit closer to his good friend Delta Lima, who's ahead of Toss the Caber as well. And he's ahead of Viet too. So Delta Lima showing some pace. As Van Rocco goes a 125.6, so that's good enough for P18. He's able to move up one spot. Just look for... Who else do we have out there? We've got a couple of McLarens that are out there. Just looking for someone on a hot lap. So that's Henry Rogers. He's had a lot of troubles so far getting a valid lap through. He's invalidated on this one as well. Baraka's just on an in-lap. I think Exotic is about to get underway for his time lap. We might jump on board with him. And there's a few other guys just all getting themselves set for their final runs as we have 30 seconds left in the session. Right now it's Baraka with a 123.7 representing NRL. He took home the first race win of this interleague series. So I'm sure he'll be hoping to repeat that. He's 4/10 in front of Kugelnice, who's the current championship leader right now in SFR. Has been putting on a bit of a clinic. Sandeezy's been doing fantastic in NRL as well. So it's an NRL 1 and 3, sorry. So first and second row both have FRL, represented, as Henry Rogers is retired from the session. So we'll see if he can get back in. We've got Toss the Caber. He's on a hot lap as well. His teammate Honesy, he's going to remain in P7. So there's going to be Toss, then Exotic. Then we have one of the Mercedes drivers. That's either going to be Domi Lee or Stein. So we'll get to them very, very shortly. But let's watch Toss finish off this lap. He's currently P15 with a 125.4. He goes a 125.1, so that's good enough for P10. Exotic, he goes a 124.8, so good enough for P9. I think this is Sandeezy coming around. It is. So he's currently P3, making his way through Vale. Can he pull out a stunner to get up there a bit further? No, he can't. So he'll start in from P3 as of right now. I think this is Adam from NRL. He's P14. Kachow, he's left the session, so he's down in P6. And Adam goes a little bit faster, but remains in P11. Van Rocco, he's invalidated his lap as well. I don't think we have anyone else out on the track. Is it not Hervina? No, he's not going to set time either. So it looks like that's our grid for the second ever league versus league. It's SFR versus FRL versus NRL. And Baraka has claimed pole position for FRL. So he's gone a 123.7, the only driver to dip into the 23. So congratulations to that man for putting it on pole position with a cracking time of a 123.7. Alright, so we had a bit of a rough start there as far as technical difficulties go, but we're all good now. So this is our grid for race 2 of League versus League. Henry Rogers representing Japan tonight. That's interesting. And it's a lot of different countries represented, which is good to see. So we'll wait for this to end, give them all a chance to ready up, and then we'll be on our way. Alright, so not too sure about a weather report, but it is looking a little bit grey and overcast. So we'll see if there is any rain. Haven't got a message through from my normal weatherman. I'll see if I do, if there's any rain predicted. No, I didn't get one tonight. So, all right, here we go. So this is for the getaway. Let's have a look just around tyre life. So, guys that are starting on the soft tyres, just got a little display up there. I'll get all this sorted. So, so it's Baraka starting on the softs in P1. It's Kugelnice representing SFR in P2. Sandeezy representing FRL in P3. Dommy Lee representing NRL. He's P4. Cornet representing SFR, P5. Chow representing NRL. He's P6 in that centre-inspired helmet of his. Honesy representing NRL tonight in P7. Stein, also from NRL as well as Exotic, in P9. P10 is Adam from FRL. Big Boy representing SFR tonight. Toss the Caber, the NRL league owner, starting on the medium tyres there. Ross Thorne from FRL, he's on P13. Delta Lima representing SFR, he is P14. P15 is Hervina from FRL. Viet, way down the pack there tonight, he's P16 representing NRL. Van Rocco, the SFR league owner, my man, he's down in P17. Red Dog representing SFR, he's in P18. Henry Rogers struggled in qualifying to get a lap sorted out. He's starting down in P19. And the league owner of FRL is AA Gaming, so he will be starting in P20. In terms of tyre life, the softs expected to last 11 to 12 laps. The mediums 15 to 17 laps, and the hards 24 to 25. So we'll just wait for everyone to grid up, and then we'll get this one underway. This will be round 2 of League versus League. SFR versus FRL versus NRL. Bit of a mixture of strategies out there as well. So we've got, looks like 9 drivers starting on the mediums, and the rest starting on the soft tyres. So we're about to get this one underway. Two lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. Let's go racing. League versus League round 2 has begun. So it looks like Baraka got a pretty good start there as well. The Alfa Romeo of Funfkuga nice, fitted in nicely there. There's Zandeezy down in P3. Looks like we might have had a spinner there. Back is Kachow. Just get back to the race. Oh, there's a McLaren, a Mercedes, and a Racing Point all taking each other out. So I think that might have been Toss the Caber that was involved in that as well. It was, by the look of it. Kachow's dropped right down. So is Adam from FRL. So we are under full safety car right now. We've had early lap incident, and Adam's lost a full front wing. So a few other drivers as well. Exotic. Let's get to have a look at the position change. So Henry Rogers has managed to make out like a bandit. He's moved up 9 spots. Kachow and Adam. Kachow's lost 13 spots. Adam's lost 10. A few other movers and shakers there. It's Red Dog. He's moved up 6 spots. Ross Thorne up 5. And Big Boy, he's made his way up 4 spots. The top 3 didn't change. So that's no change at the top. The top 3 have all remained the same. So we're under full safety car right now. We'll do this lap, and then we will do the next full lap as well. We should go racing after that, as the field is very compressed, having not gone through more than 2 or 3 turns. That's to be expected. Okay, so Stein and Dommy Lee. Mercedes, not sure what's happening. Oh, okay, cool. We've got some pit stops. So Stein is pitting. So is Ross Thorne. So I wouldn't be surprised if someone like Stein, I don't know if he's got damage or not. I couldn't see. Or no, it doesn't look like it. He's going to go into the hards. He is. All right, so he's going to go to the hard tyres. Let's see. He's going to try and get them through to the end of the race. Oh, he's getting his front wing replaced as well. I didn't see any damage when he did go in though. AA Gaming's going to the hards. So is Hervina. Looks like Toss the Caber's going to the mediums from the softs. Or no, it's another set of softs. Alright. So who else went there? Ross Thorne also went to the hard tyres too. So couple of those, the guys that are on the hards, they will be looking to make it home on that set of tyres as they can go about 25 laps. We'll still have a little ways to go on this one though to get him under racing again. I think will be the end of this lap. It should be if everyone just gets a little bit of a hurry up and makes their way back. That would be fantastic. And we'll get underway again. So we're lap 2. We barely made it through 3 turns before getting a safety car. So hence this is where we're at right now. Anton Shan Fernandez says Ross Thorne, the favourite to win. He also says safety car, Baraka the GOAT. And cheering on the FRL boys tonight. So good to see them, a little bit of support. Mr. Rainer Zufall cheering on his fellow SFR compatriots. So good to see him in the chat. Sandeezy was happy with his P3, not too bad. I think that's Giamma in there as well with the love heart. So hope you're well, Giamma. He's been racing pretty well in SFR this season. Alright. So, it looks like we're going to go racing. Safety car lights are still on. So we'll do another lap around the track before we go racing again. So just to recap, the top 10 right now is Baraka. It's Funfkulganais. It's Sandeezy in P3. Cornet from NRL. SFR, representing SFR. His fellow Dutchman, Honesy, though, in P5, is representing NRL. So is Domi Lee in P6. Big Boy from SFR in P7. So is Delta Lima in P8. NRL is Rogers in P9. And P10 is Red Dog, representing SFR tonight too. So it is looking a little bit dark out there, so I'm not too sure if there is rain predicted. And that was, who was that? Was that Funfkulganais? No, oh, was it? Yes, it was. It was Funfkulganais, the SFR Championship leader, has spun around while under the safety car conditions. So he's dropped all the way back down to P20 now. So we'll have to see what his race engineer, Rugby Dan, says about that. If his dad's watching tonight as well, he'll be extremely disappointed. So this is going to be interesting to see him come from the back. So they were coming just up the, I think just into Vale Chicane there. And he was weaving his tyres vigorously and he's turned it around. So I'm sure he'll be not very happy at this stage. He's on 2 lap bold soft, so he hasn't pitted. It's going to be interesting to see him come up through the field because he is one of the faster guys out there. As I mentioned earlier, he's the SFR Championship leader. I think he's won nearly every race this season. So that's a big blow. That's a big out. So we'll see if he can make his way back up there. Kachau's another fast driver representing NRL. So we'll see how those two can make them. Maybe they can work together a little bit to get their way back up through the field. But look at Delta Lima up there as well. Yes, Mr. Rainer Zufall, he has done a George Russell. That's what came to my mind. So it looks like Baraka is in a hurry to get going. And he's already bolted now. So he's trying to get a gap to Sandeezy. These two have been having some great battles this season in FRL. Sandeezy certainly lifted his game to match it with Baraka. So he is, I think he races in a league almost every night. He loves his racing, loves his streaming, does a bit of commentating. Stein is out. So he's had a collision with someone. Funfkulganais, he's pitted. What about Red Dog and Exotic? So they're just swapping spots. Alright, I'm not too sure what happened to Stein, but he's in the pits. I think it said that he retired. Not too sure if he is going to retire. And then Funfkulganais is going very, very slowly through Abbey right now. Not too sure if he's going to continue on as well. It hasn't been official yet. We've lost someone. We just have to wait for that confirmation to come through. But Cornet from SFR, he's in P3 right now. He's giving chase to Sandeezy from NRL in the Red Bull, and his fellow NRL driver Baraka is in P1 right now, leading the way on lap 4. So we had that early safety car. Everyone Everyone seems to have gotten away not too bad after the restart. Did say there was some yellow flags around. Not too sure if Toss the Caber was involved in that. Doesn't look like it. Baraka goes a 128 flat. So nice driving. Then Dommy Lee immediately beats that with a 127.9. So he takes the fastest lap as of right now on lap 5. This is Honesy. He's giving chase to Cornet. So these two have driven in the same league quite a few times. NRL, SFR, they're both sort of pretty much in one or the other these days. Honesy and NRL. Doesn't do too much SFR anymore, just the odd reserve. Maybe when they're racing in Japan. Loves the Suzuka circuit. Looks like Stein is in the pits from NRL. It'll probably be Reddy's third stop as of right now. So he's 4/10 behind. He's got Dommy Lee though sitting behind him in the Mercedes in P5. So a fellow NRL driver. Be well aware of each other's strengths and weaknesses as they make their way through Maggots and Beckett's. Honesy looking like he's getting a bit of four-wheel drifting there. One's a little bit wide on the exit too. Gets a bit of grass. Adam and Chow exchanging positions. Toss the Caber sneaks through there as well, so that's down in P16 and P17. We'll get back to this battle here between Honesy, Cornet, as well as Dommy Lee getting in on the app. Big boy's not too far behind them. Baraka just starting to dial it in now. A 127.4, the fastest lap of the race. We'll see if Dommy Lee can respond to that. He was P2 in round 1 in Australia of the League versus League. So he'll be hoping to either repeat that or go one step further. He's been having a good season in NRL as well this season. So he's in some good form. We'll see what he can do for the remaining 20 laps left of this one. Long way to go. Funf Kugelnice, he's still down in P19. He's coming through Vale, so he's way off the pace. So he might just be using this as a bit of a warm-up for his race on Sunday night UK time. As Ross Thorne and Viet exchange positions. So Viet from NRL, he moves up into P12, and Ross Thorne from FRL, he moves down into P13. Red Dog, he's out there in P10, giving chase to Delta Lima. So good to see these two SFR boys having a crack. Van Rocco in there as well, P11. I think from memory he did all right last time in the League versus League. So he's repeating that effort right now. Won't see the soft runners pitting for a little while yet, so we should have another 5 or 6 laps of full race conditions as Viet, getting all sorts of out of shape as he comes out of Stowe, and Ross Thorne's able to take that position back. I know that he was having some setup difficulties earlier today, so it seems to be coming back to affect him right now during the race. This is Henry Rogers, he's giving chase to Big Boy. So an NRL driver, Henry Rogers, races in FRL on the odd occasion. And I'm not too sure about SFR. Sort of, it's a bit incestual sometimes between the drivers and the leagues. As he puts a move up the inside of Big Boy. As they come into Brooklands. Is he able to keep him behind? Yes, he is. So if you want to know, if you want to see a guy who commits when he overtakes, Henry Rogers just gave you a perfect example then. He's worked himself up into P6. He started down the rear of the pack. So he's moved up 13 spots to find himself in P6. Kachow down the bottom there has dropped 10. Funf Kugelnice has dropped 17 and Stein has dropped 12. Alright, where else? So Honesy, so he's gotten a little bit closer now to Cornet in P3. So he's definitely gapped him. So it looks like Stein is under the AI now. So hence why he's not DNF'd. I think ghosting is on for this race as Kachow and Aaron are going to... Kachow sends it up the inside into Vale. And Toss the Caber is going to get the front row seat of this one as they go up the front straight into turn 1. Side by side. Kachau's able to pull it. Oh, I think Aaron's gone off. He has. He's had a massive off coming through cops. That's a DNF. That will be a virtual safety car. So that's a massive off for Aaron. He went side by side with Kachau through there. Toss the Cable was a witness to that as well. So Aaron is out. We have our first official DNF and we have a virtual safety car. So that doesn't help drivers like Funf Kulganice, who is still a mile off the main pack. He has passed Aaron though, so he's down in P18 now. Still under virtual safety car. So it's still Baraka leading from Sandesi, the 2 FRL drivers. Then it's an SFR driver, Cornet F1. Honesy representing NRL. He's in P4. Dommy Lee, fellow NRL, as well as Henry Rogers in P6 with him. We're back under racing. So Sandesi's almost a full second away from Baraka. We'll have a look at this battle. This was brewing earlier. So Dommy Lee, he's just 6/10 off these two. He'll be definitely wanting to hang around with them, keeping DRS. And Henry Rogers is pitted, so not too sure if that's scheduled because he's on 7-lap old mediums. And he's made up a whole bunch of positions, so I'm not too sure what's happened with him there. Let's have a quick look, because he needed to get... Look like this might be strategy. That's possibly a strategy call from Henry Rogers. We'll get back to him. So can Honesy find a way past Cornet? This is really the battle that I've been looking forward to. Would have liked to see Funf Kulganice, these three go at it. Cornet, Honesy and Funf, as well as Sandesi and Baraka. Would be probably your 5 fastest guys in there. No disrespect to anyone else. I'm sure they'd all agree with me if you were to sort of set a top 5. Those guys would be up there. So he's sitting 3/10 behind Cornet. Just can't seem to find a way past. Dommy Lee hanging in with both of them as well. Race has become a little bit static. So it's a relatively spread out field right now as we see Red Dog. He picks up a 3-second time penalty. He's getting on the power nice and smoothly as they come through club onto the straight. Same right now. Red Dog. He's having a look at Delta Lima. So Van Rocco seems to have slipped back a little bit. So he's down in P12. He's trying to get past Ross Thorne. Kachau's in there as well. So he's making his way back up the field from that earlier incident. He's able to get past. Oh, they're going to go side by side. That's through. It's up onto the Wellington Straight. He's managed to execute that pass, so he's up into P12. Ross Thorne representing FRL. He's having a decent drive right now, up in P11. We've got FRL or PAFR or whatever it is this week. Drivers at the front, Baraka and Sandesi. P1, P2. Cornet in P3, Honesy in P4. What about Viet, my fellow commentator? Viet, he's down in P10. Honesy gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Is he out? I'm not too sure what's happened here. I don't know what's happening there. Is he disconnected? I don't know. But he's grayed out on the timing screen. Is he going to DNF? I think he might. I think we've lost Honesy. So it looks like he's done. That means this man, Big Boy 85, he's moved up into P5 from SFR. Having a fantastic race. Out in front, Sandesi, 7/10 away from Baraka. Must be the bane of Sandesi's Sunday night existence. Seems to be behind this guy for most of the races on in FRL. but it has gotten a lot closer. It has closed up the gap in overall terms, in terms of his pace against Baraka. We all know what he's like. This is Kachow. He's just tucked up behind Ross Thorne now. Exotic picks up a 3-second time penalty. So we've got 6 drivers with time penalties. We're almost at the halfway mark. And Honesy has left the session. So Kachow up in P11. As I mentioned, Ross Thorne having a good race. Veered up ahead in P8. Adam picks up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. This is Delta Lima losing a spot to Veert, the Dutchman. So the NRL driver Veert, the SFR driver Delta Lima. His Cool Runnings inspired helmet. Kind of looks alright in the Ferraris. We see Dommy Lee pit from the top 5. He's into the pit, so he was on the medium, he was on the soft tyre. So it's about right on target for a soft tyre stop. And we've lost Toss the Caber. So I'm not too sure what's happened to him. Has he retired into the pits as well? His teammate for tonight and fellow NRL competitor Honesy retired in the pits, both in the Racing Point. And looks like he's out as well. So not too sure what happened there. But Sandeezy was getting closer to Baraka. Both of these drivers without penalty would be expecting to pit very soon as well. It's lap 12. Those tyres are right at the end of their life at this stage. Sandeezy's got that DRS wide open. He's got some battery as well to use. So come through Cops here. No, come through Stowe, sorry. Veert picks up a 3-second time penalty. So 5 drivers out there. So they both pit. So they both blink at the same time. Cornet's going to follow them in. What about Big Boy? What's he going to do? Will he decide to stay out and get a little bit of shine in the lead? Or will he continue? Or will he pit? No, he's going to continue on. So as mentioned, it is a fairly long pit lane as well. It's 38 seconds in total. As we see Cornet, so he'll go to the mediums. Sandeezy's going to the mediums. So is Baraka. So no surprises there. I saw someone else pitting. Exotic pitting. Red Dog's continued on. So is Delta Lima. So he's up in P3 right now. Obviously without pit stops so far. So at the halfway mark, it's Big Boy 85 in the lead from Veert. In P2 representing NRL. Delta Lima from SFR. Red Dog from SFR as well. Kachow's had a nice fight back from the opening laps incident there. He's yet to pit, of course. On those hard tyres, he could possibly go through to the end of the race with those tyres. So that will be one to watch. Navina giving chase to him. This is Ross Thorne. We can finish the race on these tyres as well. If we get another safety car, even better for those drivers. Kachow, though, that 3-second time penalty is not going to help his cause at all. So Sandeezy, he's 9/10 behind Baraka. He's 9/10 behind Adam. So let's see how these drivers can navigate through the traffic. All the drivers in front of them, they're yet to pit. Looks like Red Dog and Kachow exchange positions. So Kachow up into P4 now. Red Dog going to continue on those mediums, so that makes sense. Big Boy's gone into the pits, so he's pitted from out of the lead. On those soft tyres, that means Veert has inherited the lead. He's out in P1, Delta Lima in P2. All yet to pit. Looks like, yes, that's Big Boy. Let's see how Baraka's going. Try to get past FRL competitor Adam. Sorry, that was Adam. He's gotten out of the way for both of those drives. So Sandeezy is able to sneak through as well there. Not too sure if Adam will make it as easy for Cornet, the SFR driver, to get through. We will see. Say Veert will probably go 1 lap more maximum before he pits. The 2 medium runners of Delta Lima and Red Dog, they both need to pit as well. Henry Rogers yet to pit on those 13 lap. Well, he has pitted, but he will need to pit again on 13 lap old mediums. This is Cornet. Okay, so let's see. Adam just let Baraka and Sandeezy cruise past. Will he do the same with Cornet as he gets up close, going through Maggots and Beckett's? And really no match there, so Cornet's able to cruise past and take that position. Looks like Dommy Lee is going to do the same. If they come down the hanger straight, he does. So he comes through into P10. As we see Viet, he's pitting. So pitting from the lead. Sandeezy just 4/10 behind Baraka. So this is essentially P1, P2. After all the pit stops will go through. Still got a fair way to go, just over halfway in this one. Hope you're all enjoying the stream on the CCR network. Don't forget to throw us a like, throw us a subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything. Alright, so Sandeezy to go up the inside of Baraka. Now, so will traffic play a part in this? Red Dog and Ross Thorne are right behind. And Red Dog's in a battle, so Baraka able to go up the inside there. Going through Cops to take that position. What about Sandeezy? He might get stuck behind him a little bit through Maggots and Beckett's. Oh, he's going to squeeze up the inside. He's going to go through, so a little bit of heart and mouth moment there, but he's able to do it, pull it off. And this is Hervina going up the inside of Stowe, and he's able to pull that manoeuvre off and move into P6 as we see Red Dog pitting. Delta Lima's also pitting. Sandeezy only 2/10 behind Ross Thorne, so he'll want to try and get him out of the way. He does. Goes up the inside, that's through Abbey. So Hervina's going to try and follow him through as well. Sandeezy's just ploughing the way for these guys right now. Cornet, he's down in P6 just behind Hervina. Now he's in front of Hervina, so he's able to take that spot. What can Dommy Lee do? That weather doesn't look like it's changing at this stage. It is pretty gloomy and overcast. But I think that's what they call summer in the UK. So, yeah, it could just be normal conditions. Or, as that was Dommy Lee, he gets bumping and grinding with, I think that was Hervina or Cornet. I'm not too sure which one it was. Doesn't look like he suffered any damage. And he's able to continue on, so is Hervina. Sandeezy might have got held up a little bit in that traffic. He's 1.3 seconds behind Baraka. Baraka's 1.2 seconds behind Kachow now in the lead, who can go to the end on that set of hards. So let's see what Kachow can do. He's at a pretty big disadvantage there with Baraka being on the 2-lap old mediums. As we see, I think that might be Henry Rogers ducking into the pits. It is. He was down in P9. Get past Ross Thorne from FRL. He's on 14-lap old hard tyres. So this might give us a bit of a preview of what it might look like when Baraka comes up behind Kachow. Oh, they're going side by side. They make a little bit of contact there. He's got DRS and he's using his battery as well. So Ross Thorne not giving this one up without a fight. Looks like Dommy Lee's going to try and come down the inside and take advantage of this. They both touch. Still no damage to either. I don't see any carbon fibre flying. Oh, Dommy Lee hits Cornet pretty hard then. This is Hervina getting in on the action too. Doesn't look like any of the two cars have received damage. Not too sure about Dommy Lee's internet connection right now. Looking a little bit laggy. Hervina is behind him. Thought he might have been slowing a little bit there. Sounded like it. Not too sure what was happening. And yeah, that internet connection, Dommy Lee, is not looking very healthy at this stage. Down in P6 with 9 laps to go. So can it hang in there? As Henry Rogers receives a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. So Dommy Lee precariously placed right now with that internet connection not doing its best that it can. Sends it up the inside of Ross Thorne into Vale Chicane. And he's able to get that done. So bad internet connection and all. It's not going to stop Dommy Lee from getting into P5. He'll try and chase, keep up with Cornet as he chases down Sandeezy, but Baraka is chasing down Kachow, the German, representing NRL tonight in the Williams. He is going to be put to the ultimate test with Baraka coming up behind him with only 4 lap old mediums. So how long can he keep him behind? We saw Baraka and Clearfus. As we see Delta Lima get the fastest lap at 1:27, and Virt has retired again. So he's left the session. Baraka. So yeah, he had an excellent fight with Clearfus a couple of weeks ago around Singapore. One of the best scraps that I've seen for a long time. Clearfus not driving tonight. Who represents who? Oh, is he's going to look to go around the outside. That's through Stowe. Oh, Kachow squeezes him. All fair. Baraka going up the inside of Vale, and it looks like he's done it. So he's moved into the lead. So it's a FRL drive of that Baraka who's taken the lead from Kachow, representing NRL tonight. He's got 7 more laps to go on those hard tyres. He's got Sandeezy behind him, another FRL driver. So this is potentially looking like an FRL 1-2 at this stage. How high up can Kachow stay in that Williams? Dommy Lee, representing NRL. He's hunting down Cornet, who's been in a lot of competitive battles tonight. Yeah, Rainer Zufall, Virt, Mr. Rage Quit. Yeah, I agree. Told him not to quit, but he still does it anyway. Henry Rogers goes the fastest lap at 1:26.6. And yeah, what a move from Cornet, says Rainer Zufall in the chat. This is Adam. He looks like he is taking Hervina. I'm not too sure what's happening with Hervina. He was going a little bit slow, we saw before. He's on 16 lap old hard tyres, so that might be the reason. Dommy Lee and Cornet resume hostilities. This is for P4, P5, and looks like Sandeezy's able to get up into P2 and move past Kachow. That's coming through Stowe. So nice work from another FRL driver. So it's an FRL 1-2. Can Kachow hang in there? He's 5 seconds ahead of Cornet, but I think he has a 3-second penalty. At least he does. Not too many drivers with penalties at the moment, which is always good to see. We've had 4 DNFs. Aaron was the first one to go. Then Honesy and Toss, I think they both quit in the ended in the pit lane. And then I think it looks like Viet did the same as well. So 3 NRL drivers. What does that say? Half the drivers that NRL nominated stopped in the pit lane for this race. So I don't know. Anyway, and then Aaron had that big collision. I think that was after his battle with Kachow. So we've got 6 laps left in this one. It's Baraka leading Sandeezy by 1.7 seconds. He's going to do his best to close that gap down. Then it's Kachow, 8/10 behind Sandeezy on those 16 lap old hard tyres. Cornet, he's 5 seconds behind Kachow. And he'll want to close another 2 seconds to finish on the podium. Then it's Dommy Lee, this man here in the Mercedes in P5. So he's just 3/10 behind Cornet. Both of these drivers are without penalty, so this is potentially a battle for the podium. Dommy Lee having a look around the inside there. Looks like his internet connection's gotten a lot better. Looks bad for me because we're in 2 different countries. Funf Kulganice. He's had a good recovery drive. He was stone dead last at one stage in a mile back. He's moved his way up into P9. So him and Rugby Dan have obviously put the strategy together. And he's got a 16 lap old hard tyres. And he's just set a purple sector 2. I know purple, did you go faster? I think I also had purple sector in there. Maybe my eyes might be playing tricks on me. It's phenomenal pace on 16 lap old hards though. So this is the on-track battle that is probably the most captivating at this stage. This is potentially for a podium position. This is between Domi Lee and Cornet. I think we have another NRL driver, so that would be NRL driver number 4. That's Stein, who's under AI. He left the session quite a while ago. So 4 of the 6 NRL drivers are out. And we've got one FRL driver. Domi Lee just gets a 3-second penalty, so that pretty much ends his hopes of somehow getting on the podium for this race. Now it's left up to Cornet to chase Kachow down, who is putting in a good drive as Domi Lee goes up the inside. That's coming through Stowe. Is he able to retain? Oh, Cornet gets a 3-second time penalty as well. So it's all falling into the lap of Kachow, who should probably be able to hold on to that podium at this stage. So Domi Lee, he was momentarily in P4, but Cornet was able to fight back. So Cornet representing SFR, Domi Lee representing NRL. This has been a cracking battle between these two drivers. Hard, fair, clean racing. I think the standard of driving's been relatively good tonight as well. Did have quite a few DNFs in the first one of these. It seems to have been a repeat of history as Domi Lee going side by side with Cornet as they go through left field. Domi Lee becoming more and more impatient by the lap. We've only got 4 more of them to go. 4 more laps to give Domi Lee an opportunity to get up into P4. Kachow now has got a 3-second time penalty as well. So the battle for the podium, the final podium position, isn't over yet. Domi Lee going right under the back wing of Cornet as they come through Maggots and Beckett's. Through Chapel, open up that DRS. Cornet trying to break the toe. Is he going to go around the outside? It's Stowe. He has a look at it. Still pushing. He's pushing his luck for another 3-second time penalty there as well. As they go through Vale, come around Club, and to begin another lap. So still P4, P5. Yeah, I don't think Cornet is going to get a chance to jump on the podium. Looks like it's going to be Kachow. Considering after that the start that he had, an extremely impressive drive, possibly driver of the day material, I would say anyway. Cracking drive from him. Seen him do a few good ones in my time. Today's been another one, that's for sure. So it's Baraka is 2.6 seconds ahead of Sandisi right now in the Red Bull, so it's an FRL 1-2. Kachow's sort of been hovering between 4 to 5 tenths behind him, while these two, Domi Lee and Cornet, have been attached to the hip. So they've been inseparable for quite a few laps now. Domi Lee needs to show a bit of patience. But this man Cornet, though, extremely fast driver. One of the challenges for the SFR Championship. I think they're halfway through at this stage. It's Funfkulganice. Oh, Domi Lee going up the inside again of Stowe. Can he complete it this time around? Oh, I don't think he can. Cornet's going to have the inside run to the chicane, Vale chicane, and he's able to retain. So that's the second lap in a row that they've swapped positions momentarily. The frustration must be building with Domi Lee now. He can get past, but only for a few moments before Cornet's able to take it back. He's running out of laps to do this. It's lap 24 of 26. And right now, it's an FRL 1-2 of Baraka and Sandisi. Kachow is solidifying his P3 for NRL. And then the first of the SFR runners is going to be Cornet. Then another NRL runner, Domi Lee, who's looking to go around the outside. These two providing some excellent racing on this one. Can he do? Is he going to have another go through Stowe again? Has to make it through Maggots and Beckett's first. Taking a slightly different line to Cornet there. Ooh, gets right up close. that compromise his exit though at Chapel a little bit and going to prevent him from getting down the outside of Stowe. He's only got 3% battery. He does have DRS and he's not close enough this time. So Cornet only needs to fend him off for 2 more laps down through Stowe. And these two FRL boys, Ross Thorne and Adam, down in P7, P8. So the top 10, it's FRL, FRL, NRL, SFR, NRL, FRL, FRL, SFR, NRL. So the FRL boys absolutely putting on a show tonight, representing. We've had 4 drivers from NRL retire, 3 of them in the pit lane. No, so 3 of them in the pit lane and Stein going around under AI. So FRL putting in an absolutely phenomenal effort. Well done to those drivers. This one's not over yet. It's a sector 3 yellow flag. Not too sure if that's a Ferrari. I think we've got Henry Rogers. I think he's another NRL retiree. So is that pretty much every NRL driver retired? I think it's 5 of them. I think it's on the exotic left, representing NRL. The rest of it's SFR and FRL. I have to say, amongst the chat, the FRL boys were probably the chirpiest of all too, I have to say. So, looks like they could definitely talk the talk, but when it actually came time to perform, they decided to, well, let's face it, they sort of just quit. They gave up. Retiring in the pit lane. No real honour in that. Could have had internet connections issues. Who knows? I'm going to go that they didn't at this stage. Alright, Funf Kulgenice. This is a man. He is not a man of many words, but he lets a lot of his actions do the talking. He's on 21 lap old hards. In saying that, Ross Thorne and Hervina are on 23 lap old hards. So is Adam from FRL. So good drive from Funf. Disappointing that we didn't get to see a battle between him and Baraka. That would have been fun to watch. And Sandisi as well, for that matter. As Domi Lee, this is the final lap as well. So we've got Baraka and Sandisi coming through. Cops, I'll just make sure I do pick them up. Where are they? So he's coming through Maggots and Beckett. So I'll make sure I get to him. As Domi Lee, there's almost a bit of 4-wheel drifting coming through Maggots and Beckett's. This is going to be the last chance for him to get past Cornet through Stowe. He doesn't have much battery left. He's got DRS. Let's see if he can do it before we get to Baraka taking the line. No, he can't. So it's this man representing FRL takes race number 2 win. Baraka is Sandisi in P2. Kachow stunning driving P3. Cornet is going to take home a very well-deserved P4 for SFR. Well done to him. Domi Lee does a Honesy and spins across the line in P5. Hervina from FRL. He's going to hold off Kulgenice from P7. Ross Thorne in P8 from FRL. Exotic, the only NRL driver to finish in P9. And Adam from FRL down in P10 for the final points paying position. Big Boy coming home in P11. Delta Lima down in P12. That's actually a good finish from Delta Lima. He should be pretty happy with that. Red Dog 44 from SFR, fellow member of SFR from Delta Lima, coming in home in P13. And my main man Van Rocco, he's coming home in P14, the league owner of SFR. So he's not going to finish last. Only two positions behind his good friend and fellow teammate Mercedes driver in SFR. He finishes down the bottom there. So well done to all the drivers. Congratulations. I hope you all enjoyed that. I can't do any party interviews because my party is not working right now. So we'll just do a quick little recap and then we'll get out of here. I agree. I think that's Gianmarco Ricci. Good race from everyone. Bad luck for Funf. I agree. So Baraka spraying the champagne with Sandisi and Kachow. So very, very well earned podium for the German NRL driver. So well done to him. Well done to all the drivers. well done to everyone as well. So great to see a lot of familiar names and faces up there for this race. I think that's race 2 of 2. I'm not too sure if we're doing. I don't think we'll do another one with the current game as it is. But that's the final recap. So it was Baraka from Sandesi and Kachau was the podium positions. Cornet from SFR, Domi Lee from NRL. Good result for the FRL boys as well. So some good solid finishing positions there. And then we had a few DNFs. So all the DNFs belonged to NRL. One DNF belonged to FRL, which was Aaron. So good racing. It was good, clean, hard racing. I hope everyone enjoyed that. That is it. So I think it's leagues resume racing again, as I have been next week. My name is Nick. I hope you all enjoyed that. I certainly did. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, your evening, whatever you've got left. You can catch all the action on the CCR network as well. Don't forget to hit a like and a subscribe. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Take it easy. I will see you next time.